So in Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, second chapter, there's one text. It says, Dharmasya hipavargasya nartha artha pakalpate nartha sadamakantasya kama loba dehismita. So, Dharmasya hipavargasya. Dharma. Dharma means occupational duty. So some may say religion, because in human life, it is distinctly different from the animals because of religion. The animals cannot practice religion. But Dharma is more occupational duty. And occupational duty means it must happen. It must do. Otherwise, useless. Religion is a type of faith, and it can be changed depending on time, place, and circumstance. One day one man may be Muslim, one day one man be Hindu, then another Christian, then Buddhist, then Jain, then Sikh. There are many religions, but Dharma is one. So Dharma is the occupational duty for a specific thing. Chili, the Dharma of chili is to be hot, spicy. If it is not spicy, then the chili is useless. You will not use. And the Dharma of Mishri, rock candy, is to be sweet. If the Mishri is not sweet, it is useless. So the Dharma of the human being is to please Lord Vishnu, Krishna. Unfortunately, in the modern age, they have forgotten, what is it? Nate vidu swartam gatim hi Vishnu. That the people have forgotten the occupation of the human being is to please God, Krishna, or Vishnu. So in this forgetful state, they are being forced to go through so much tribulations. We are now Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga is one of the yugas. There's 4 yugas. And in Kali Yuga, there are the influence of Kali Yuga is characterized by increasing a forest, which is extreme want for more and more money, falsehood, cheating, violence. And this can be in the capital, the state, individual, and even at home. And we are seeing this. So we are in a very precarious situation because we have forgotten our Dharma. But there is great hope because Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has explained that the original duty of the human being is to be eternal servants of Krishna. Jivera Svarupoi Nitya Krishna Das. That is the supreme occupation for the human being. Now, if we are not performing this, then we are not doing our occupational duty. So, Krishna established a system called Varnashram Dharma, Chaturvana Mayashishtam, for the human being to maintain society in a peaceful and prosperous way, while also advancing spiritually, ultimately to please Lord Vishnu. Yajna. In the Bhagavad Gita, it says that Yajna, one should practice Yajna, which means sacrifice. Yajna also means Vishnu. Vishnu is another name of Krishna. So, our ultimate goal is to please Krishna, to practice the sacrifice. It says, everything you do, everything you offer, everything you eat, please make it an offering to me, Krishna is saying. And by doing so, you will feel satisfaction. Samsiddhi haritoshanam. So Shastra is saying and pointing the direction for human society to be peaceful and prosperous. But we're lacking the people to distribute this knowledge, this Chaturvana Mayashtrastam, Guna Karma Svabhavajam, that the people are supposed to work and be taught in such a way that they work according to the qualities that they have. So if one has intellectual quality, they are Brahmin. And if they are administrative class, they're Satriya. Then you have Vaishyas, which is the mercantile class that can produce. And the Sudras, they're not so intellectual. They cannot manage, they cannot produce anything, but they can simply serve under the other classes. So Krishna produced this system so that people can do their occupational duty while trying to elevate the society as a whole, elevate their consciousness. Because we're simply seeking enjoyment. But there's no enjoyment here. That's what Dharmasya Hipavargasa. Apavargasa. Here, we have to work. So we have to work according to this system. But we should not work simply for sense gratification. Durasya. Durasya means working, or kastan kaman. That is working terribly hard simply for sense gratification. This is not the ultimate goal of life. Work means we have to labor. Pa means parishram, hard labor. Then everyone must work. Even the lion has to work. Lion is considered king of the jungle. But the lion, even if he lays there and leaves his mouth wide open, no animal will crawl into his mouth. He has to go out and hunt the animal. And even if he goes out and hunts, it's not always promised he will get what he's hunting. It'll escape. The lion hardly ever eats. Everyone knows, oh, the lion is there. I will not go close. I will not go near the lion. So, parishram, working hard labor. Then, pa. Then that's foaming from the mouth. So, working so hard that foam comes from the mouth. You see sometimes the bulls in the field. In India, the bulls you see, or sometimes in the West, maybe some horses are there. You see that they're working and laboring so hard that foam is coming from the mouth. Then, what is it? Ba. Then, meeting with frustration. Even though I'm working so hard that foam is coming from the mouth, I still am frustrated. So therefore, the work is not satisfactory. Then you have ba. That's fearfulness. I'm working so hard, foam is coming from my mouth, I'm getting frustrated, and yet I'm still fearful for my next condition. Oh, how will I make my money? How will I pay my bills? What will happen to my children, my family? Still in fearful condition. Then finally, end is ma, mritu, death. So right now, everyone is working and doing these things, but no one is finding any satisfaction. The scientists are working very hard day and night, and they are advancing in somewhat way. But we have to see what is actual beneficial advancement. That is to get free from these parvargas. That's why it's Dharmasya Hipavargasa. The supreme occupation for the human being is to free themselves from these parvargas. Hard labor, foaming from the mouth, frustration, fearfulness, and being anxiety, and then finally death. So Dharma is meant for the human being is to get free from this. But the scientists are not able to solve these problems. Even with all their hard work, they are still meeting with death. We all must meet with death. No one can conquer death without the will of the Supreme Lord. Krishna says, Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo viti tattvaha tyaktam deham parna tyakta deham punar janma nam what is it? Tyakta deham punar janma naiti mam eti sol Arjuna. That upon leaving this body, if one knows me, my appearance and activities, which are transcendental, then he will return to my abode, and he does not have to worry about this. He'll come back to me after giving up this material body. So we have spiritual body that is available to receive, but we have to collect it. We have to work for it. Just like going to a new country. You may get passports, but you need visa to get to that country. You have passport, you take flight, and no, we cannot let you in. You have to have visa. So how to get visa? The occupation of human life is to get free from this parvargas, and the only way to do that is by getting into spiritual life, by accepting a spiritual body. So that is the goal of life, to get free from this. And it is not the supreme occupational duty of the human being to work to attain money to gratify the senses, but simply to negate the senses and try to get free from the sufferings of this material body. But if we're working hard to get some money to enjoy the senses, we cannot really enjoy. Because we face hard-working, frustration, foam coming from the mouth. These things must happen in this material world. Everyone must work here. So we should work to try to satisfy Krishna, Vishnu. Not to try to satisfy Kamalobhada, Hirsmata. Not try to satisfy the senses. So the next verse says, Kama Sinjira Priti, Labha Jivata Yavata. It said that one should only desire a healthy life so that they can understand Jivatatsva Jignasa, to inquire about the absolute truth. So that is the goal of human life, to inquire. The human can inquire. So we should inquire about God, about how to please God, how to serve God, how to assist God. Then we can find satisfaction in human life. There is no other way we can find satisfaction but by pleasing Krishna. This is samsiddhi haritoshanam. So we should try to not completely forget society and advancement of society, but that should not be our main goal. Our main goal should be to please Krishna and Vishnu. Hare Krishna.